Guys, welcome to the show, Black Scout Survival. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, everything's good. Okay, so crazy things came out today, man. FBI authorized to use deadly force against not only Donald Trump, the former president, but also his Secret Service. Okay, so the Department of Justice authorized the use of deadly force when FBI agents swarmed Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence back in August 2022 looking for classified documents. So this was some court filings that came out today. Now, agents in the August 8th raid were tasked with seizing what they were calling classified information, national defense, and government records. Now, I have the actual information here. I'm going to pull it up. So here you can see here, should media be present at Mar-a-Lago, all personnel will refer to blah, 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 FBI media policy as briefed. Should the FPOTUS, former POTUS, arrive at Mar-a-Lago, FBI will be prepared to engage with POTUS, the former POTUS, and U.S. Secret Service security teams. Engage. Are you seeing this? And then it goes on. Should the Secret Service provide resistance or interfere with FBI timeline or accesses, FBI will engage with blah, 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 and engage with U.S. Secret Service POCs per existing liaisons relationships. So goes on, they wanted a list of occupied guest rooms. FBI search teams will knock on each guest room door to determine occupation status. FBI will request a map, list of rooms, and skeleton key card for all rooms from the Mar-a-Lago staff. FBI with lock-picking equipment will be on the scene. So the other thing is that the agents were told to conceal their law enforcement equipment. They were instructed to wear unmarked polos or collared shirts. They had planned to bring standard issue firearms, ammo, handcuffs, and medium to large size bolt cutters, as well as lock-picking entry tools. This was a nearly 10-hour unconstitutional search that was happening, right? The FBI agents only discovered classified documents in the basement of the storage room and office of the former president and the rooms adjacent to that office. The government says Trump illegally removed the documents that had national defense information, like napkins. I remember there being something like they said napkins were in this box. But here's the other document here. Operations order producing discovery. FBI believed its objective for Mar-a-Lago raid was to seize classified documents, government records as described in a search warrant. The order contained a policy statement regarding use of deadly force, which stated, for example, law enforcement officers of the DOJ may use deadly force when necessary. The agents plan to bring standard issue weapons, ammo, handcuffs, medium-sized, large bolt cutters, but were instructed to wear unmarked polo or collar shirts. So Merrick Garland, Attorney General, approved this decision for this search warrant. So he had to have known, Joe Biden had to have known that they were getting this. Now, the Department of Justice, man, has a history recently that they bust in people's house and shoot them, you know. Me personally, this looks very suspect. This looks very suspect, like they're trying to maybe make an excuse to do some kind of action. Obviously, Joe Biden's losing terribly amongst every group of people. Previously Black Americans were supportive of Joe Biden. They're literally turning their back on him at when he went speak at a Black university, HBCU, the other day. And the Latino vote is going towards Donald Trump. Pretty much everybody's voting for Donald Trump, other than a few cranky white liberals. Other than that, it's literally everyone. So, but I think the biggest takeaway from this is that using this authorization in talking about engaging Secret Service. Now, Donald Trump also has his own personal security team as well, not only the Secret Service. He has his own private security team working for him, and I think two of those, and one being the head of that security team, is a former Secret Service agent. He's not dumb. Obviously, they're trying to remove his Secret Service detail. They've been trying to do that with these court cases, and they're trying to basically make it to where he doesn't have that team with him, because hypothetically, if he's going to jail, they're trying to put him in jail for 700 years that he doesn't have, because if a president goes to jail, the Secret Service team will follow him to jail and be in jail with him. So they want to remove that team so they can obviously do something, in my opinion. You know, we've seen worse things happen in modern day countries around the world, right? The former Soviet Union used lots of political persecution. And, you know, even in America, when you look at the Kennedy family, political persecution, we've seen time and time again around countries around the globe. You look at the Marxist playbook of what happened in Venezuela, the same exact thing. The competition in prisons, the dictator imprisons his competition. So we see this happening in a modern day world. This is not something that's that unbelievable that they would go this far. And it's very telling that all realms of the government are ran by these Marxist commies. It just really is. So if you recall, District Judge Cannon indefinitely postponed that trial over the classified documents because the May 20th deadline, he said it would be imprudent and inconsistent with the court's duty to fully and fairly consider the various pending pretrial motions and additional pretrial and trial preparations necessary to present this case to a jury. So it's indefinitely gone. So a win for Donald Trump, but man, they were really sending a hit squad down there to take him out. You know, bottom line. Donald Trump posted about this on Truth Social. He said, "Wow, I just came out of the Biden witch hunt trial in Manhattan, the icebox, and was shown reports that crooked Joe Biden's DOJ in their illegal and unconstitutional raid of Mar-a-Lago authorized the FBI to use deadly lethal force. Now we know for sure that Joe Biden is a serious threat to democracy. He is mentally unfit to hold office. You enact the 25th Amendment." But truthfully, man, these are scary times. These are the type of times that your children and your children's children are going to be reading about. This period right here in America. This is the breaking point of this country. Again, this has happened all throughout history with various different countries around the world. We've seen it happen. We know it's happened. It's historical, and we're in that phase. This will be talked about in the history books. The political persecution, the fall of America, all of these things, right? Now, it's absolutely just mind-blowing. It really is. I want to show something else that's mind-blowing. This liberal, when I talk about white liberals, this is the type of guy, this is the only type of guy left that's voting for Joe Biden, these white, rich liberals. Anyway, he's literally having a meltdown on the beach about the U.S. flag. Now, he uses some very colorful language, so if you don't want to hear it, go ahead and turn the video off. But here we go.
Enjoying a nice day at the beach with my kids, and I turn around, I got these flags planted here on the beach by these MAGA fucks. Listen, this is all America. We know you didn't storm the beaches to stake out your territory on the beach. This isn't the fucking moon. I get it. This is America. But I'm sick of my flag being represented by white nationalist trash on a goddamn beach. Go fuck yourselves.
Is it not shocking someone gets that triggered over the American flag? I'm happy to see people fly the American flag, man. When I see it, I get excited. I'm like, there's still patriotic, loving, freedom-loving Americans that are here. This guy gets so triggered, and he's saying that because they're having the flag displayed that they're MAGA. Because anyone who loves the American flag has to be a white nationalist. No, man, we just love America. You know, that's what it is. I mean, literally. I mean, it's crazy. But it ain't just white folks that are running the American flag. I mean, it's absolutely bizarre that these white liberals get this challenged about it, man. I saw a group of old white rich people dancing and saying, "Go vote for Joe and Kamala Harris," and blah blah blah. The other day on a video. These are the people that are voting for Joe Biden. They're losing tremendously, and I think they're willing to go all the way, though, guys. That's the problem. It's like someone said in the comments just a minute ago, this is going to be a long 6 months, and this is just the beginning, I believe. I think it's going to get way worse. The political persecution is going to get way worse. They're not going to stop going against Donald Trump. It's just the way it is, man. Anyway, if you did not see my video earlier, I highly suggest it. Obviously, they're trying to shut that video down because if you look at the view count, and then I look at the real view count. So on YouTube, when you're a creator, you have a back page. The real view count is double of that of what the view count says it is. So make sure you go watch that video. It's talking about Chinese infiltrating the U.S. tactical community and getting trained here in the U.S. Definitely worth a watch. Probably be some guys you know, other YouTubers and stuff that you know. But it's very crazy. And I forgot to mention during that video that there are or have been, I've done videos about them, Chinese nationals that have joined the U.S. military, getting top secret clearances, serving in the military, feeding and funneling that information back to China. This is happening in real time. Also in the comments, I see this quite a bit. Someone says that the camera is blurry, right? You see, like this is blurry. Let me explain this to you, just so you know. Explain a few things about camera setups, just so you guys know, because I see the comments quite often. These are DSLR cameras. DSLR, they're good cameras, very expensive cameras. But the way a DSLR works, it works the same way as the human eye. So if I hold my hand here, I look at my hand, everything beyond my hand is blurry. So if I step back here, everything's now in view. Maybe it's just because you want to see what's on my shelf. It doesn't matter what's on my shelf. It's gear. It doesn't matter. Anyway, then this side the same way. If I step out of frame, it's going to go focus over there, right? So that's how DSLR cameras work, and now it's going to focus me back again because I'm in view. This is what's pleasing to the eye, and that's why people do it. That's why high-level production movies and stuff use that. You see this, and everything's blurry behind you. When you go pay a photographer, that's what you're getting. You notice the people are in focus. Everything else is blurry. It focuses everything on the image. So that's what that is. Other thing is camera cuts, obviously, because camera cuts are awesome. Usually you do this, and I learned this years ago when I worked on television, is that, and it's funny because I got a buddy who does YouTube, dude, and you see his videos, like he highly edits them. Like my videos are live, like straight up, I'm talking the entire duration of it. There's no cuts. But his videos are like, because he's cutting out all the ums and stops, and he's trying to read his lines and stuff. He's a good friend of mine, but it's telling because he's like, but back to the video real quick before I get into that. You're probably used to seeing people film with an iPhone. I have nothing against filming with an iPhone. If that's all you got, that's all you got. I film with iPhone sometimes too. It works fine. Or your phone or whatever. But when you film with a phone, everything's flat, so everything's in focus, but it's not appealing to the eye. The other thing, yeah, somebody said this is a green screen. It's not. Watch. Yep, not a green screen. I haven't seen many green screens you can move stuff. People say that all the time too. But the other thing is like cuts, like this right here. I learned this when I started working on television, is they do this whenever you make a mistake. So I'll be talking, I say, oh, and then they'll cut to here and edit that part out so it changes the camera direction and picks back up so you don't even notice it. So that's where you're at. Somebody's saying, am I in a garage? No, dude. This is a huge building, huge facility here. Huge facility, not a garage. No, it's a huge facility. It's like 3,000 square foot, I think. Something like that. It's huge. Hence why the echo. That's why I had to get this microphone because it was picking up echoes. But anyway, but that's cinematography basics, just so you know, because I know some people get used to seeing people with iPhones now understand things. But I see a guy comment. He said, "Dude, my picture's blurry. Are they doing this on purpose?" No, it's part of the it's part of the way we're doing the camera or whatever. So anyway, but yeah. So yeah, if you see, I'm gonna show you this over here. You see my man here. I don't know if my mic's too far away. You see my man here. He's rappelling from the daggum ceiling way up there. So yeah, he's rappelling from the ceiling. And once we start doing classes and stuff, you'll get to see this kind of stuff in here. We got this static displays and product and things. But anyway, I'm not really validating anyone. I'm trying to, because I get the questions a lot. I'm just answering the questions because, you know, it's just sometimes you gotta know. Some people, Schuler, that's my good buddy there. I know Schuler personally. Yeah, man, it does fuzz my stuff a lot. Actually, whenever I try to rewatch the video, sometimes it'll do that, and it will clip. I don't know. The video I did earlier today, it was clipping. It was a live video. There was no edits, but it was like clipping in there. And I've seen some of you guys talk about that before. That you've seen that it like would cut out sections. I think it's maybe AI cutting out specific word use or something. I know one individual you can't talk about her or her husband because they'll hurt you, you know. Yeah, man, that's right. Appreciate it. Most people don't even watch the video; they just listen in their vehicle. From what I hear from most viewers, you know, and that's kind of like what I do too. I just put it on play while I'm driving. You know, that's truly the best time to consume content listening wise and just listen. But anyway, guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me. I wanted to share this information. Make sure you go watch the video earlier today, man. It's very telling. What it lets us know is that we know of one. We know of the people joining the military. We know of the Marine training Chinese fighter pilots. How much more of that is going on? And it's troubling times, especially within our own country. We've got destruction happening in our own country. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me. Remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.